Hi guys. Right, so I'm back for another session. I finished my last puzzle a couple of days ago. You joined me for that, and that was called The Rainbow over Machu Picchu, and it was 1,000 pieces as well. And as you can see right here, I've cleared out the disc, and as you might see in the background also, we're doing a special kind of imagery today. We're doing a puzzle from Jumbo right here called Welcome to Greetings from the Lake District. And if you haven't been there, I actually have. It was a long time ago. I was around 10 to 15, somewhere there. I went up to the northern parts of England together with my dad and a friend of his that was living there, and his son, and we had a great time. It was a beautiful place. Don't remember that much of it, but I remember enough to keep it as a joyful memory. And when I saw this puzzle, I thought that, well, I should get that and piece it together. So what else is new? Nothing much really. I have bought a small I don't know what you would call it, actually not a cup, I guess, but yeah, I don't know, something to keep that missing piece in, because I've had it just laying there, and there's mighty good chance that I will flip it over by accident. And if you watch my show, you know that I always start the puzzle with turning one of the pieces upside down and keeping it in that little thing there, and then I wait till the end to reveal which one it was in the puzzle. And how nice to see that someone joined me here. If you're on YouTube and you want to, well, tell me something, just use the online live chat function, and it will turn up in here, and I will sort of read it and answer you while puzzling. So yeah, let's get this started. I'm doing the initial sort now, as I said, and I haven't thought a lot about it. I think there will be, you know, these pieces that come around here, the frame of it all, and also what comes in between these different postcards. I'll probably pick those out, and then I'll try to look for the water, even though there's water in all three of these frames. So that I think that might just make it a bit hard. Hopefully it will not. There's also sky in two of them, so it will be, yeah, I think that would be a challenge actually. It would be easier if it was just sky and you know where those pieces would go, but now you sort of have to realize if it goes in what place it's supposed to go in. Hopefully there are some differences in the color, so you can tell them apart, but you don't know until you've gotten the box open, right? So I'll just do this. I've done quite a few Jumbo puzzles. I think the quality is really good. No worries there. Always like the smell of a new puzzle, right? Let's see, I'll keep that like that, and I will just turn this over here, make sure that all that puzzle dust gets out of the picture. And I will start by just flipping them all over to get sort of an overview of what all the pieces look like, get a feel for the different shades in all the pieces and so on, and also look for the frame pieces, because I will be doing that first. So yeah, this is always the fun part, flipping all the pieces over. If you haven't seen that video, there's a short clip in my YouTube collection called The Flipping Piece, where I accidentally flipped the piece over in the strangest way, and it's kind of fun to watch. If you don't have anything else to do, this will take a while, so to speak. Yeah, and we should pick out that missing piece. Get that right there. Oh great, I see that we've got a viewer here that's lived up in the Lake District for 8 years. So what made you leave? What made you move there? That's always interesting to know. And thank you for the puzzle choice. Yeah, I think it was a nice puzzle, and I think there will be lots of different parts here. I can see already now that there's lots of different colors, which might make it easy, might also make it a bit hard, but you never know. No frame pieces, edge pieces this far, I think. You know, it's always hard to think, to try to talk and sort at the same time. I always get that messed up. It's also, we sometimes do puzzles together at work, and then we always talk. You know, since I'm a bit of a puzzle freak, I always get, either I get real quiet and concentrated, or I get annoyed with my coworkers for them disturbing me all the time. But nevertheless, I think this is a fun part as well. But it's hard to, I find it hard to sort and talk. Yeah, that's one thing, but also to try to look for more than one thing at a time. Like I've tried a few times to pick out special pieces. So look at that, there's a few edge pieces I missed. To pick out or do an initial sort and look for the edge pieces at the same time, and I always fail miserably at both. So I think that's not the way I can do it. I would love to be able to, but if I start looking for two different things at once, I end up missing both of them, I think. So let's just do it like this instead. Just flip everything over, hope we don't miss too many edge pieces, and then get a feel for the puzzle. There's been a few pieces here that's been stuck together. That's usually not a good sign, but I think it's not too bad. They've come apart easily at least, so that's good. There hasn't been, they've been pretty clean cut, all the pieces, so there's no debris left on them, pieces of filth, so that's also good. As I said, I've never had any real trouble with these jumbo puzzles, or Falcon puzzles for that matter. So I think they're a good brand. It's a good brand to do. And yeah, it's, when I look at the colors now, or the pieces, I see all kinds of color in there. It might even be hard to do just that initial big sort into different pieces. There's another two that stuck together. So there we go. Two more, and usually I end up having to get rid of a few pieces to put them on a sorting tray, just to be able to fit them all on this table. So that probably happened this time as well. It's a good thing that the edge pieces, since I miss a lot of them, that they are also this kind of air postal envelope pattern on them, so they're kind of easy to pick out. That's also probably one of the patterns that I'll be sorting for. Might even try to get all that assembled at first. I don't know, I haven't got a real plan for that yet though. So there we go. Also the music that's on in the background, that's from Epidemic Sound, which is a provider for royalty-free, or released, I should say, royalty-released music and stuff. And I know it isn't right, but I tried to find some like English folk songs or something, and ended up searching for Highlands, and even though that's not really the Lake District, I at least got some, well, some sort of Lake District feel, or English old music feel. I know there's a lot of bagpipes and stuff in this playlist as well, so. But that will get me in the mood, even though it might not be historically or geographically right, you know. So there's a few more pieces. There's one as well. Yeah, I can tell there's some difference between the different grass. The grass on the two, or actually on the three of these postcards, they seem to be slightly different in color, which will be good because that will make it a bit easier to sort for. Right. So, go. And this is the part where it starts to get crowded on the table. I'm just gonna try to pick out a few of these air, I don't know what it's called, air per avion, right? The envelope type for international postage. They're super thin, light in weight. I just picked those out and placed them over here. I think there's quite a few more that I think that's actually also part of it. So it might be slightly hard to get a feel for right away. There's quite a lot of them now. Because I haven't really decided if I should do those first or if I should wait for if I should do it, try to do it postcard by postcard. I don't know if it's the right thing to do to pick out these pieces that also have parts of the postcards on them, but I think I'll do that now just because it's an easy sort, and then I'll start with doing all that the frame stuff and also the pieces of the postcards that are connected to the grid, or whatever you should call it. I don't know, let me show you instead, because that was all these parts that are like part of the postcard. The background, I'll just do that. I'll pick all those out and do that first and then get started on the rest of it. I think that would be a good way to go. Now these pieces, I think though, it could be postcard, but it could also be part of that. There's like not a bridge, I don't know what it's called in English, but going out into the water there, and that kind of looks like that frame as well, so that's a bit hard to tell apart. I think these are also, I don't know, this might end up being a bad way of sorting it. At least it's a way, so I'll just go with that. Make some room for the rest of the pieces here, spread it out a bit. There's a piece, I think that might be it as well. I don't know if you do that as well when you're puzzling, if you're sorting often. This has got to be something else, right? There's something else. I always find myself drifting when I'm sorting like this. To start by, having all these pieces out, and it's easy to pick out special, like the pieces that stick out somehow. Like in this case, all these pieces that belong to that are really white, and you feel immediately that, well, this must be a part of the postcard background. And then when you pick all of them out, then the pieces you're left with, then other pieces that aren't really that obviously part of the background, they also stick out, and from the ones that are left, and then you start picking those up instead, and then eventually you're pretty much back to all the pieces that you had in the first place. I don't know if that's the case now, but I think you can tell these that I started with, they're really obviously part of the background, and then you start to sort of move over into adjacent pieces or similar pieces, which are not as obvious as the first ones. But that's the way it goes, I guess. So I often end up sorting several times. You have to start somewhere, and this is a pretty good way to start, I think. Also, one thing that is not really difficult with this puzzle, but kind of difficult, is that you have these colors of pieces that are kind of look like the backside of it all. So it's hard to know if it's just flipped upside down or if it's that kind of a piece. So I have to deal with that as well. But I think we should be all right. So what I'm doing now is that I'm trying to pick out all the edge pieces, and I will put the frame together and glue it down to the table for the imaging software to work. And when I'm done with that part, I will just call it a night, because it's getting late here in Sweden. It's 10 past 11 at night, so I have to get up in the morning. So it's gonna be a short puzzling session, but I've been dying to get started on this one ever since I finished the last ones. I just had to get going. Right, so there we go. Oh, there's another piece. Yeah. There's quite a lot of writing also on there. I think it's, I don't know if you can see it, but this part of the puzzle, there's a lot of text on it. I can't really make out what it says though, but it kind of stands out, so I'm gonna take those pieces out as well in this first initial sort. Go with that. And also usually the frame isn't that hard to piece together, I find, because it's often, it's often made out of a few distinct areas. Like you have like 1/5 of it is sky, and then 1/5 is countryside or something, and 1/5 is something else, and so on. So you can reduce the number of pieces that you got to fit together. But on this puzzle, they all look pretty much the same, since it's the edge of a postcard. So this might actually be quite a challenge to get done. Maybe it will be a late night anyways, even though I just wanted to get the edge done. Never know. We'll find out in a bit. There we go. Now, oh, snap. I said that there weren't that many pieces that were fit together. Look at this. 4 of them haven't been. And these are really stuck together. Cutting hasn't done a good job here, let me tell you. Okay, so there we go. And it would be cheating to let them stay together, right? I just read the thing in the chat there, separate pieces. Do you mean this sorting? Is that the thing you enjoy the least? I actually, I agree with you if that's what you mean. Sort of. I actually think it's quite nice as well, because I often get, I don't get competitive with puzzling, but I get sort of, I want to get the next piece done and so on. And when I'm sorting, that's not the case. I feel really at peace doing this, and relaxed and so on. So I think this is actually kind of a nice part of it, even though I'm anxious to get started in piecing them together. But there's no pressure in this. It's just about not missing too many pieces that you're looking for. Yeah, but I don't know, I'm starting to run out of space here badly now. Maybe I should try to pick out a few green ones or something, grassy ones. Just going by color. As I've said before when doing puzzles, that as long as you're keeping it under or just at 1,000 pieces, you don't really have to be that careful with sorting, because there will only be so many trays and you will sort of get an overview of it. When you start doing like 3,000, 5,000 pieces, then that's where your sorting needs to get. You need to get it right, because otherwise you'll be spending all of your time shuffling shuffling these sorting trays or your trays with pieces around, because since you can't see them all at once, if you can't make the connections, if you're missing pieces, and you sort of can't get going with the areas you want to focus on. So that's a different kind of sorting game. Here you can get quite a good overview. Having a large enough table, you can pretty much see all the pieces at once. So, no, that's quite all right. You don't have to have a perfect English. Mine isn't either. Being Swedish, I feel that I'm talking a lot of Swinglish here sometimes. I'm just glad to have you with me. Where are you from then, anyway? If that's not your native tongue. Go. So I'm almost through all these now. So maybe I should just try to flip them over here instead. Just gonna see if I can pick out a few edge pieces that I see over here. Go and just flip these over as they lay. I will try to blow away all that dust when I'm done with this, flipping all the pieces, except the final one. So we're getting close to, there it was. So when it comes to quality again, it's been pretty good. It's just a few pieces that have been stuck together, and they've been fairly easy to pull apart, so no major concerns. There we go. And I think that I have. All right, so you've been a few places then. So what made you go from Mexico to the Lake District? That's an interesting move. All right, so I'm gonna just start looking at this and see what we have and what kind of sort we can do. It's obviously you can pick out all the greens. There's quite a lot of blue in here as well, and these are probably sky pieces that we can do. And then these are, that's the mountain, comes up here. So we can try to pick out a few of those. And then we have, of course, the house. Big church, I guess. Should be quite a few pieces like that also. And I really don't know what I've done here. I've tried picking out all the pieces that somehow are connected to the background of the puzzle. But I don't know if I've done a jolly good job, because I have all kinds of pieces in there, I think. But no, I think I'm all right. I think it might be these pieces that are a bit off. It might be like that anyways. Yeah, work is a good reason. It's either that or love that makes you move, right? Or studying, I guess. That's another one. So okay, let's just pick out all these green pieces. There's some also, that's the house up there, and then green pieces down here, and I won't make a difference now between the different colors of grass and green. I'll just pick them all out, sort that out later, I think. So there we go. And this is the part where I start getting focused. So if I was having a good time and feeling relaxed before, now I'm starting to be not stressed out, but more dedicated to finding that next piece. So just looking for green now. And yeah, these pieces which make out the background, I'll just pull them out for now. I'll start doing that later. So there we go, that's that. And I just flip that over to that, oops, like that, and pull out a few green ones on this side instead. Go. Quite a lot of these. Usually when I do a 1,000-piece puzzle, I end up having 3 big sorting trays like this, pretty much full of pieces. So that's, I guess I can fit around a few hundred on each, like 250, 300 or something, without making it too crowded and risking to spill them off the edge. Yeah, exactly. Just organizing it and managing it, making it, kind of cutting it down into fewer options. That's basically what puzzling is all about. I did some math on it a while back, trying to figure out if you had to try every piece with every piece, and each way it could go, that would be so many combinations and it would take you forever and ever. So you sort of have to get organized somehow. And just, if you can divide it, then since this is exponential in the number of combinations, you really, the more like piles of similar pieces that you can make, the better off you are really. And you can also, when you start getting all the greens together, you can see that there's differences in that as well. Like these ones that are a lot lighter than the other ones in color, and they would probably go on one of the postcards. The other ones would go on the other ones. And also normally, if I was doing a puzzle without all this computer imaging stuff that I'm doing later, I would start piecing these together and make a patch of it and do the same with the rest. Now I'm I have to start with the edge and work myself in. It works. Don't know what these pieces are though. Might be sky or something, probably. I can't really tell. They got no texture to them or no like variance whatsoever. They're just sort of really light blue, light green. So let's do blues over here as well, the sky and whatnot. And then we have these with writings on them. Let's see if that works. That would be good. And these actually have some stuff like that on it as well. So let's do this. And there's a few more like that. And then there's some deep blue as well. That might actually be, there's gonna be a difference between the blue in the sky and the blue in the lake, I guess, but yeah, we'll deal with that later as well. And we have a few pieces that have some edge on it. Yeah, I guess that might as well go up there, because these as well, that's part of the church, I think. There's some. And this might actually be part of the mountain rather than I think this is as well. And I will start to realize what's what here. So that's cool. Yeah, I think these are all right though. So let's see, some more blue over here. And then you always end up with one last tray with all the like the rest of the pieces that you can't really understand where they're supposed to go, what you should do with them. They're just too close to each other to be able to sort out, make out which tray they should go on. It's also it's like the tray you pick up when you've looked at the ones you think the pieces should be in and realize that, well, it's not there anyway. I know that much. And then you take that last resort tray and look through, and then pretty much of the time that's where you find that missing piece, the one that you wanted or needed at that special time. So this looks good. It's a lot of blue. You can see there's color differences in this blue as well. They can also be sorted later, be a bit better. And then I always have a hard time with all the like the really dark pieces. I think that's the hardest, because even though I have really good lighting here, I still suffer from glare in the pieces, and if they get really dark, can't see anything on them. So they all just look pretty much the same. And I think that's the hardest part. If there's at least something in there that tells them apart, like a slight variance in intensity, or you might have a gradient of some sort that you can look for, get a feel of the color of it, and better off than when they like all look pitch black. Oh, you think it should be a sport like chess? Yeah, I would suck at it. I'm not that good at puzzling, really. Even though I enjoy it a lot, I don't think I would win any prizes. I think it should be... For me, it's just relaxation. I get really relaxed when doing puzzles. I think it like takes the stress out of my brain. I can focus on one thing and one thing only. And I think I need that. So I've been doing this since I was a kid. When I was younger, it was the only thing that could like slow me down for a while. I was quite a active kid, maybe you can say that. I was all over the place, causing all sort of mischief. But once someone put a puzzle in front of me, that could really suck me in. Yeah, I agree though. It would be fun watching people that are really, really good at puzzling doing it, and also if there was like a lot of prize money in it, I think they should get even more competitive and spend more time just practicing. It would be interesting to see how good people could actually get at puzzling. I think there's a lot of strategy that you would develop that would make people extremely fast and good. So I agree, it would be a lot of fun if it did turn into some sort of sport, so we could see other people which are more skilled than us develop, right? That would be fun. So let's do a few more here. There's some blue in these as well. And now this is what I talked about earlier. Now I start getting into turquoise or whatever it's called, rather than the blue ones, because there are no really blue ones left, and then you start looking at the ones that are almost blue and thinking, well, that's blue enough compared to all the other pieces. It's really blue, and then you pick those out. So now I'm sort of drifting here, as I said earlier. Oh well, what can you do, right? So what's this? That's part of the stamp down here. There are a few stamps on there as well. I think that's part of that. So there's some trees. I don't know what to do with them quite yet. No, that's also green, and there's a few more house pieces. No, that's pavement, I think, in another part. And then there's some writing there as well. There's some trees, and there's some, yeah, maybe we should just see on this side, yeah, we have a few more greens here, I think. Let's do that first. Let's pick those out for a while. There we go. Starting to get rid of most of them, like that. Let me show you up real close here. You see there's one stamp, and here's another one, and there's a third one, and I think here's some wavy parts of it as well. So there are a few stamps on there, or not stamps. They're rather, yeah, what you call them. I don't know what it's called, but you know, when you to make the stamp that you actually put on void, you stamp it or something. That's what I was going for. It might be called something else. Alright, so I'm just going to pick out a few red ones here. There are quite a few of those as well, and maybe some purple ones. I think that's part of the mountainside that's in the picture as well. Okay, so good, I'm glad to show them. And also, if you want to, please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, and you get noticed when I go live, so you can follow the rest of it whenever you feel like you want some company. Puzzling, I think those goes there. That also makes me really happy. Get a few more viewers. Last time I was on, I had 2 simultaneous viewers. that was great. You know, I've just started doing this. I'm getting good feedback, so that's a lot of fun. And I figure since I'm sitting doing this hours on end anyways, I might as well share some of it, you guys. So that's a few of the red ones. Oops. And speaking of company, I might just get company of the cat now. He usually comes along at this hour and everybody else has gone to bed. He wants to be with me instead, so yeah, here he comes. Hi, kitty. Yeah, you want to help me? Want to help me with the puzzle? Usually you don't, though. Usually you just mess things up. Right? That's what you... That's my puzzle. Right, there we go. Okay, so that's the red ones. I don't know what color these are really. Teal perhaps or something. Yeah. So maybe a few of these greens. I don't know if it's worth it really. Maybe a few of them just for the sake of it. Oh. Yeah, thank you. I thought it would be kind of relaxing just to watch someone else do all the hard work, right? And maybe you want to do a puzzle at the same time. Just have this on in the background. That's also an idea I had. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done with this now, I think, with the sorting. This is what I was talking about as well. This is just the rest of the pieces. Let me get a sorting tray over here. Oops, not that one. So these could be pretty much anything. So I'll just get them down here for later. Start going through them when there's a need for it. I think we have enough major areas, major collections of pieces to do now. So I'll just sort of slide these down And then I have to turn them all over again. There's the cat again. Exactly, the tray of aliens. That was a good turn. That was fun. And it always amazes me that there are so many of them, right? And that they all find their place in the end. Sort of feel that they wonder how they should all fit together. Usually they do. Actually, to this date, I haven't bought a puzzle that hasn't had all the pieces in them. I know that a lot of people miss people or pieces sometimes, and that there's also those that get too many pieces, that there are extra. And I guess those go together because the boxes with extra pieces, they probably come out of the ones that have too few. So I don't doubt that it happens, but I've been really lucky. And I haven't ever bought a box that has had pieces missing. So I've been fortunate, I think. I believe that they were missing just to find them later in some corner of the room, having been left down on the floor at some time. I've never actually not found them, so it's good. Right, so there's a few more of those like stamp things on here. I think those went on the other tray actually. Let's put them down there. I think that this is, there's some writing on this one. I have that over there. So there is that now. I guess one thing to do would be to just place all these trays out and do the sorting on them. Then I would just have to lift it up, so I wouldn't have to push them off the table. That would be good. Yeah, I agree. I would also hate missing a piece. Didn't show up. But then we've been lucky, both of us. So that's good. Alright, so there we go. I think they're all turned the right side now. Sort of fit on this tray. So I will put that to the side like that. Now we slide all these, just slide them up top. Because I will do them once I've finished assembling the edges. So we leave them for next. And I will just try to get started on this then, which looks like, yeah, it looks kind of hard, actually, to tell you the truth. I often can do the initial sort and put the frame together of a 1K puzzle like this in like an hour. And we're about 50 minutes in now, we're 45 minutes in. And I doubt that I will do this in a quarter of an hour, but I guess we'll find out. Maybe there are some tells in these as well that makes it easier. So we have to start somewhere, I guess. Maybe we should just start sorting this as well. The ones that have red coming out to the left and red coming out to the right and red going all the way through in the middle like that. I think that would be a good way to do it. They really need to go together. So maybe that will be the thing that makes it easier. And that actually has some going out that way. And there's the corner piece. So yeah, let's start with doing the reds. See if that helps. This might be good. Goes out that way as well. This should really make things easier. Maybe this won't be as hard as I thought at first. Sort of like that. And then we just see what we can make do of. No, not really. It wasn't tall enough, I guess. Wasn't good enough either. We can also sort them if there's a knob or if there's a hole that comes out, I guess. Get even fewer alternatives. Like that. I agree, I thought it wasn't going to be easy either, but now I'm actually more confident. So let's see if this helps us. Do it like that, and then we'll just see. No, that's not it quite. Could be that, not that either. There we go. And we just see if we can find something on this side. Wants to go with that. That one perhaps, no. Not that either. There we go. And then we just put that out of the way and we'll do 3 more and we just keep going like that. I think that should be the ticket out of this oops, yeah, no, that's right, of this border problem. There's lots more pieces with knobs coming out there than, oh yeah, it's a lot more pieces like there as well, so I think this might just work out. No. There we go, and then let's see if we find a matching one on this side then. No. A bit smaller perhaps, yeah, there we go. What about this one then? Should look like that, no. These go here as well, I guess. This might be shorter. No. Okay, so that's a bit odd, I guess. No, there we go. Must have missed that one. That's better. So let's see. No. So that's another. And then I guess we'll just do the same with the blue and hope for the best. So here are a few with markings going through them. I guess they should be easy enough to find as well. It's just tiniest bit of red up in this one. Maybe that comes in from these pieces. Yeah, I think there we go. Yep, that's it. How about this? No. It's just too much. But this one, no. Here we go. No. Thought I had that one, but I guess not. And that's not it either. Okay, just save that for a bit then. Even though it annoys me. Can't be that one either. No, can't go there. Save it for later. There's more. There's that large stamp thing. No. There we go. So that's those 3. Yeah, it's always a matter of finding some sort of strategy that can pull you through, I think. Because if you don't, you just have to test everything with everything, and that will take you pretty much forever. So what does that go with though? This one? No, this one? Not really. I tried that one already. Let's just try all of these. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay. So that's a lost piece then. I'll just sort of put that over there. Maybe this is the one that goes. Yeah, there we go. Ah, finally. So good, then I can relax on that piece that I couldn't find before. There's a good match as well. What about this one? Yeah, there we go. No, close but no cigar. Oops, even closer. About that. There's another 3. And there's that. These are really tall, these pieces. There's almost nothing on this one. So one of these. That one perhaps. Yeah, here we go. And what about, yeah, those go together, and then there should be, it's really, should go. Yeah, so this is going pretty well. Let's see, have it like that. Also feels good. I've had a bit of trouble in the last few sessions that I've done, that the network has dropped out and I've lost connection, but it's been working really good now, so I'm happy for that as well. Not happy about that piece though. Why won't you be this one perhaps? Yeah, here we go. Should always make sure you have all the pieces close by. It's not, is it this one perhaps? No. That, no. I was confident that it was going to be that one, but it wasn't. So which one is it then? Because there's nothing here. It's be, oh, I tried that already. I've tried that as well. I've tried this, so then I'm sort of out of options there. Maybe it's this one. No, can't be that one, and it can't really be one of these either, right? Okay, so that's a bit of a strange piece. Keep that there for a while. Let's see what. Oh, here we have a few. That's really. It had like another type of white in the background. It's easier to see. Oh, did we run through our playlist here? Let's just start that over. Keep me company as well. There we go. Nope. So that's that. Don't think I've ever done a frame of the edge pieces this way before. It was really special. No, that's close, but it's not a fit. I guess that is, yeah, that was actually a fit. Good deal. These go, no. Thought they went together for sure as well. Guess it's this one then. And then what? Obviously not that one. So there's nothing to finish that off. Maybe this piece then. Yeah, I think so. That's the corner, one of them at least. Don't know which one, but we'll find out sooner or later. Okay, so there's another piece, and that goes together with this, I guess. So that's another 3 one. No, it's something in between, or a really long one. And there we go. So it's a bit shorter. And this goes with what then? Yeah, that goes with that, I think. And well, those go together. Maybe this one, yeah. And those go together, and that go with that. And then we have a few sad pieces left here. Maybe I've missed something. Maybe they're up here. No edge pieces there either. So maybe it goes not up there either. No. So where do you want to go? No, can't quite make that out. just leave them for a bit. And this should go somewhere though. Goes there. So that's the red ones. Get those out of the way. And then I will just slide these down, and I will do the same thing with those. See if that works out as well. Oh, there's just a tiny bit of red on this one. I wonder if we can. There we go. Find that like that. And I'll do the same thing. The holes, the ones that have blue pretty much all through them, the ones that have knobs with blue sticking out to the right, the ones that have holes sticking out to the left, and knobs sticking out on the left. Just go like that. We should be good, I think. This goes there and there. That's an empty one. Goes over there. This goes here then. So this is also what I was talking about earlier, about me sorting two things at the same time, having a lot of trouble with it. Now I have to sort it into 5 or 6 different piles and look for different things. It's really not my strength. Here we go, those ones. And the others shouldn't be in there at all, it should be out. And no, we have that's out as well. It goes there, this comes in over here. I think there's more blue pieces than there were red pieces. And then a few with nothing at all on them. This goes pretty much all the way through, and that goes, yeah, that goes there. Knobs all the way. Those are left. Good deal. Oh, check it. There's that red piece that I couldn't make out before. It was just flipped upside down. So. Good deal. And here's the tiniest bit of red on that as well. So yeah, I don't know what I should make of this one. Guess it has to go there. Okay, so I have to put 2 lines up here. It's getting crowded. This goes here as well. This goes like that. Oh, that went there. It was in the right place to begin with. This goes there, I guess. There's nothing on it. Goes there. It goes here. Yeah, something like that, I guess. We're good to go. Alrighty, so let's see. What should we do? This is rather long. So I should go with something like, no, it's kind of close. That was also kind of close. Close enough. No. Haven't I tried them all by now? No, that's better. And then we should have one over here then, I guess. That one. And this is also has... I was gonna say it had a bit of a different color than the rest of them, but can't really make that out. Yeah, I think, no. Yeah, there we go. No. Yeah, there's a match. Okay, and then also tiny bit of blue in there, but not. It's just so little. It's probably on some other piece around there somewhere. Okay, this should stick out a bit as well, because it has this blue. Light blue ribbon up top. Those kind of go together, but I guess these go together even more. And that goes with that. But that one though, can't be. Neither of those. Oh, here we go. There it is. Good. And just the slightest bit of blue on that one would be. Oh yeah, there we go. So that's that. Alrighty, and here is. No. What do you look like then? Like that. Like that. There we go. So there's another few pieces. This also sticks out a bit. Has different kind of blue in it, so that's good. And what about this one? Like that. Yeah, that goes with that. That's almost. This one is almost purple. That was easy enough to find as well. And here's a piece with, yeah, there we go. That's that. So there's another few pieces. So now we have, no, we passed the hour, so it's taken longer than it usually does. I was surprised though, because, well, maybe I don't have that great knowledge of how long these things take. Just figure that it'll take about an hour, maybe it takes an hour and a half. Look at some of the old videos and see, get some statistics out of it. There we go. Because I think the sort went rather well, and I also think this has gone pretty fast, so it surprises me a bit. There we go. No. Okay, so I think that has to be done then. And there we go. Now that was kind of closed. That's better. And also this is when you. And yeah, I'm doing the whole puzzle online. I will do it in sessions though, so I usually stay online for like a couple of hours at a time, puzzling, sometimes longer when I get into it and I have that time, sometimes shorter. But if you look through my YouTube channel, there's lots of old sessions there, and quite a few puzzles. I also make time lapses of them when I'm done, and you can also see that there is a few super fast versions where I've just pushed hours and hours of puzzling together into short bursts of the whole thing, so you can see whole puzzle get done in like 2 minutes or something. So that's rather fun if you want to just check those out. So I'll probably be doing this. Might finish it during the weekend or sometime next week. The later it gets, the more quiet I get though. Most often it's around this hour because the rest of the family is sleeping, and then I get to I can puzzle. I suffer in the morning, but at least I'm not spending time away from the family. So usually it's night time in Sweden. So whatever time it is at your place now, it's around that. But sometimes I can't help myself, and I have to get puzzling during the day as well. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I have a few odd pieces here. I went there, so that's good. don't know about this one. Could that go up there? Yeah, there we go. Actually, I don't think we go there. I think we go there instead. And this goes... That goes there, I guess. And this goes somewhere as well. That goes there. And what about this guy? Yeah, you go there. Good. That goes on the other side of it, like that. Okay, so let's see if we can piece these together then, because that's the like, final thing of it. And then I guess it goes red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. So I think this needs to go with this, right? There you go. And see if there are more. So now we should go red. Might be this then. Oh, there we go. And then it should be blue again. This one. Yep. There's like a black edge on these ones that are on all the pieces. So I'm just going with that. But yeah, here we go. That's the rest of the stamp thing there. And then we get into some light blue, like that. And then there should be some of that red stuff. And then some of that blue stuff. And some, here we go, some red. And then some blue again, I guess. And now we should have some red. Is it this? Yes, there we go. And then some tree lines, like that. And then what? No, not really. Then we are maybe at a corner, could that be? No, not really. That's not either. That's not it. Let's put this one. No. And I tried all the reds by now. This is too much red. Okay, so what's happening here? Actually, there we go. In the corners, there's blue to blue. Oh yeah, Spain and Sweden has. Yeah, you told me that's right that you're in Spain. So yeah, it's the right time, the same time zone. So it will be on at night at your place then. So this is actually this actually goes up top of the puzzle. Oops, see if I can do this without dropping all the pieces. This is some risky business. But yeah, that went good. There we go. What happened to that last one? That's there. Like that. Good. Just move that a bit and we'll do the, just continue down here I think. So not that one. This actually has some red on it. So where's that? Oh, that can't be. We also have a few like this, maybe. Maybe it's time for that. Yeah, there we go. That's like a connecting piece. And then we have what now? Yeah, there we go. There's actually a slight difference in the white of the pieces. So it's more like it's a brighter white on this side. Sort of sticks out. No, we should do blue now. And we should do a blue with what should be this one. It sticks out a bit, but not enough obviously. This done? No. Yeah, there's a connecting, so that's what made that. Threw me off a bit. I think it's this. Yeah, there we go. And now we should do some reds. This perhaps? No. This then? No. Try those. And it's a bit odd. Okay, let's try them all then. This might be. Yeah, there we go. And maybe it's, let's see, so it's red to red down there as well. With this one, that's not yet. So there should be blue one. Go. Oh, it's gonna be this one then, I guess. No? But it can't, is it? Yeah, there we go, that's the connecting one. Yeah, it's going pretty fast now, so that's good. That. Oh. It's not that, and it's not. I think it's this one, it should be, yeah, there we go, and then we're at the corner, so done half of it, and then I think it's this, goes down here, then there's this perhaps, yeah, there we go, and then it might be this, could be, no. Yeah, it's got to be this then. Yeah. And then this. No. Bad. There's a small piece that goes in between. There's one of those every now and then. And maybe I wasn't that wrong about thinking that it was whatever, that one. And then I think it's this. No, it's gotta be this one then. Yeah, there we go. And then there's a bit of lining on these as well. I think it's the start of this. Yeah. But that kind of ends there, but no. Is it this? No. No, that was... I think I've tried all of them now. I guess one of them has to fit. It's not that one. And it's not that one. And I guess it has to be this one. Doesn't feed quite right though. Let's see. That doesn't go together either. So those definitely go together. That goes with that. Goes with both now. That goes with that. And that goes with... with this, I think. No. Okay. That's a bit odd. Let's see if we can work it out. So that goes there at least. So that has to be there. And then, no, let's work it from this way. So it's that, and then it's got to be this. And then I guess it's got to be this. No. So there's got to be something wrong down here somewhere. Can't really make out where though. I really want that to go on there, but it doesn't. So that's also a problem right there. And we have red, and we have no. Okay. So I must have messed up somewhere, because this doesn't quite add up. Wonder where though. That's okay. It should all be alright. This should all be alright. This should be alright as well. That's okay. I think this is actually, I think that goes there, so that was wrong. So what do we do about that? Was that wrong as well? No, because that can't go there. I think that's pretty good. What about this then? Does that go up here? Yes, it does, and that fits there. Okay, so we are... Yes! There we go. Yeah, I had a bit of a problem for a while, but I think Eagle has landed now, so there's the complete frame. And now I'm going to try to glue this down to the table. For the computer imaging stuff, just move that up a bit, and I will use this. Oops. This removable glue that I have, which is really good. And yeah, thank you for the kind words. Went pretty well. I thought if it hadn't been for that strategy, it would have taken a lot longer. But making it easier to just put them together 3 and 3, and then put those clusters together. That was a good one. Even though that one piece, it really felt like it fit like the where I put it. Just turned out to be wrong. So that's also a hard part of doing some puzzles when there are several pieces that go in several places. Alright, so that's that. And I'm just going to loosen this up. And I'm going to see if we can do this to get it kind of perpendicular here. This is always the hardest part. Get it straight. That's pretty straight. That's pretty straight. To do. Okay, put this down. Just try to make that as straight as I can, like that. Okay. Yeah, always. Maybe you can actually learn stuff from watching others do puzzles. That's a good thing. It's not every day I come up with clever strategies, so lucky you were here for this one. Oh, I think I screwed up there. Just hope this is straight enough. Yeah, it's a bit special with gluing the frame down, but if you when I get off this live feed, if you want to check out some of the other feeds I've done, you'll see that I use computer imaging to keep track of all the pieces that I'm placing and when I'm placing them. And for that to work, I need a frame of reference, and that's why I'm gluing this down so it stays in place for the computer stuff. So, and it's a bit hard because if you get this wrong, it will be extremely hard to put the puzzle together later, because as you start to connecting it from side to side, you end up having to like squeeze in the pieces because the whole thing is a bit skewed. So that's why I'm spending some time on this, trying to get it right like that. Let's see, like so, really straight. Oops, not. It's good. The glue I'm using is it's removable, so I just, when you're done, you can just take the puzzle off and won't get damaged, and also you can just wipe all the remains of the glue off the table and start over. So that's good, and that also means that it's a bit flexible, so you have some flexibility to it. So even if it's not perfectly right, you're pretty good to go. You can move the frame just a bit over. So there we go. I think that is it actually. Yep. How many puzzles I've done in life, or how many puzzles I've done live like this? Because I can tell you right now that I've lost count of the ones that I've done. Not as many as I'm doing now. It was quite a few years that I didn't do that many puzzles. Actually, I just got into it a few years back again, but I've been puzzling quite a lot to and from. I've given most of them away to charity though, or to friends, so I haven't stockpiled puzzles, but I've done quite a few and I've enjoyed every single one. So it's a good way to relax for me, as it is for most people, I think. Yeah, it's Mike. All right, hi Mike. Are you up as well, Mr. 46? Yeah, that's me, right? So good to have you here on as well, Mike. And as you know, I've done tons of puzzles. I think I've done 10 or 8 or something live now, so that's also something to keep track of. But now I'm done for tonight, and I've only 6 puzzles. All right, then you've got quite a way to go, and lots of fun doing it as well. So how big puzzles are you doing? That is a very special number, as are many other numbers, as we usually say. There are no druids on this puzzle though. Yeah, that's the good sizes. You can finish them pretty fast. You should eventually want to do larger puzzles, and then you'll see how much more time it takes. I think you've already noticed that perhaps going through from 500 to 1,000 pieces, that's not just double the time, it's often like 3 times or 4 times as long. And as you go up to 3,000 and 5,000, it just expands like that. So it's a fun ride to be on. Glad you both joined this puzzle adventure. But But I'm done for tonight, and it's been a lot of fun having as many as 2 simultaneous YouTube viewers. That's great, and also to be able to interact with you guys on the chat. As long as you subscribe, you always know when I'm on, and you will see this come together during the next couple of nights. Thanks, Guy. Yeah, let's do it tomorrow, Mike. I'm counting on you, man. And also you, Fernando. Really nice seeing you guys. Have a good one. Bye now.